Welcome back to another episode of Real Estate Reactions. I'm your host, Tyler Miller, with my sexy co-host.
Brady Holland. How are you guys? Let's have a day.
Let's have a day. Man, we have some interesting articles to react to. I have one I'm going to blind react to that Brady has for me. So
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. But without further ado, let's just get into the latest headlines in the real estate industry. So I'll start with one. Um, Let's see here. We're going to share my screen and we're going to pull this puppy up and we got the the Costco door. How many of
CostCo
you guys
door,
have heard of
baby.
this trend? So this article, I was just intrigued. I'm like, what is this? Get ready for the Costco door, a Mormon trend set to sweep the US.
I love it.
So I mean, initially I'm like, okay, Mormons, they have like 10 wives. So is there like a back door that the nine other wives come in? I don't know. I don't know what this was. And I was wrong. That's not what it is at all. So
Very.
what the new trend is it says right here, the Costco door, Brady, it's a 3 by 3 foot ground level door that connects a home's garage and pantry. So after a day of shopping and running errands at Target, I don't know. It says those who know. I don't know.
We
Do you
don't
know?
know.
I
We
don't.
don't know.
I'm not in the know. TJ Maxx, never ever have been there, and obviously Costco. The door makes it easy to unload bags of groceries and other goods into the pantry without multiple trips. Simply open the door, slide the bags through, and then worry about organizing once you get settled inside the house.
I mean, I love the idea.
I love the idea if if you're in like okay, let's just break this down. Why do you need one of these? In my opinion, it's like you're in a split level and you don't want to carry the shit up the stairs, right? But like that wouldn't work.
But I mean,
For,
if your pantry is connected to the garage, why wouldn't you just cut a little hole at a little door?
I mean, you're not wrong.
If it's there, I mean, why not?
I have seen this, believe it or not, in Minnesota.
I've
Only a
seen it
handful of
once.
times, but yeah, it's literally there's like a miniature door right in the garage. To me, it's like, okay, I could just take the bag and like walk down the hall into the kitchen, or I could just take the bag and push it through this little door like time and time again. I don't know. I don't know. I think if it's a trend that catches on, like I don't hate it, but I also I don't know if it's that practical.
Well, I mean, it's the same with Stanley Cups, right? I mean, the cups, didn't the Mormons create the Stanley Cups?
They did. That's what it
Like,
says.
yeah. So,
Good.
I mean, if
I have
this
one.
is as big as Stanley Cups, every house is going to have them.
That's true. And I was against the Stanley Cup thing right away, but then they came out with like this sporty version, which
Yeah,
if
so
you're like an
nice.
athlete, I stay
You look
hydrated.
you look like an athlete.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate you.
I think
But
my overall reaction is I think it's not a bad thing. I think it's going to be a cool selling point. Like I think there could be some cool social media videos that come from it. That's all I say.
I already know you're gonna be like crawling through it or something, like for sure.
Dinner's here.
You're gonna be the Mormon realtor that only comes into houses through the little Costco door now. Well, we'll see. We'll see if that one catches on. I'm not sure.
It
All right,
might.
let's jump into the next one really quick. So this is on Housing Wire. Says the Santa Claus rally came for rates, and mortgage rates fall on Jobs Week data. This is big news. Big news. I was really just kind of annoyed with the rates the past few weeks that they're just, we just, been told forever, oh yeah, they're going to come down. And we saw like the stock market rally when Trump won the vote, and we saw a bunch of
Yep.
things happen. And I think we even saw rates come down for like a second, and then they just went right back up. And we're just like, what the hell? What the hell, bruh? Like, how do we
Hmm.
how do we sit here and deal with these rates too much longer? But unfortunately, the jobs report is showing that there's not as many people that are maintaining jobs, or there's not as many new jobs created. And so we saw the rates drop. And we can actually see at the top of my screen here.
Yeah, 6.89
Says at 6.89. I have on my app here lower than that.
on Mortgage News Daily.
Yeah, Mortgage News Daily currently right now at like 10:15 Monday morning, December 9th, 6.68%, 30-year fixed.
Yep. And even the 10-year treasury is at 4.192, which
Yeah.
I feel like a month ago was at 4.5. So I feel like things are moving in the right direction at the moment.
What does this mean for people, Brady?
Well, it's as rates go down, it just means housing can be more affordable. There could
Hmm.
be potential buyers that tried to get approved a month ago that can afford a house that might be, 10, 15, 20,000 more than they first got approved for. And that might be really beneficial right now in this market, right? There's not a lot of new houses coming out on the market. We're in that slower time of the year, Tyler. And those houses that are sitting on the market that might have been just above your price point are now in your price point because of this drop. Um,
Right.
so I think there could be some really good opportunities for buyers, not only to get closing costs covered, but just to get some pretty good deals because the holidays are coming and nobody wants to have their house on the market over the holidays.
Yeah, I think gosh, for any and I'll stop sharing my screen for a second. I think for anybody that was trying to like time the market and buy when they figured they would be able to like get a better deal, like that's going to play out really well this month. If
Yeah.
there's buyers in the market right now, like one, there's not as many buyers as there typically would be, in a different market. So there's already less competition, and now you're getting your mortgage payments for less than you were thinking. Like I was just running numbers for a buyer last week, and I was using 7%, and now it's like, oh, I might be able to use 6.5%. And I mean, in that price range they were in is like 550. I mean, it changes their payments by like 100, $150 probably right there. Like that's
That's
huge.
like you're talking $1,200 a year.
Well, and you're also talking if it's $100 a month or 150, I mean, you're talking about maybe going up 30 to 40,000 in sale price
Yeah, that's
just from the jobs report. You know what I mean? It's just kind of crazy how interconnected all that stuff is. But yeah, I mean, a sign of positivity. I always hate saying positivity because it's like people are not having as many jobs. So it's like
yeah,
that
right.
it's not good, right? It's not good. But at the same time, it's like the government is starting to realize that hey, they should probably make things not as expensive.
Yeah.
So
Do you think that we typically do see lower job reports this time of the year? I feel like typically around the holidays and around this time, we just there's not a lot of employees that or employers that want to even deal with a new hire right now.
well, yeah, there's not many people probably creating new jobs or as many new jobs right now. This time of the year would be my guess, but I honestly don't know.
It's as easy as well. That's a next year problem, right?
Right. Yeah, right.
So, well, I got an article for you, Tyler. Big one. I feel like a lot of people have seen about it, heard about it, is the big Compass deal and what that truly means for you. So, made an acquisition for At Properties, Christina's international real estate. And how is this going to change the real estate market and what is it going to do to your business, Tyler? What was your first reaction last week when you saw that this deal went through and happened?
Did you want my honest reaction?
That's why we're here.
Yeah. And if there's anybody watching this or whatever that's with Compass, I don't mean this in any way other than my ignorant opinion. Like last time I heard Compass was like not making a ton of money, burning lots of profit, struggling to, I guess, stabilize. I think they have somewhat stabilized,
Mhm.
but it's not like they're making money hand over fist. And there's not any brokerage that is right now, but
Yeah.
last time I looked, there was only two or three profitable brokerages in the entire world. Compass was not one of them, and
Mhm.
not by a long shot. And so it, I was just kind of like, okay, so a company that's not making any money went and bought other companies that probably aren't making any money. Um,
Yeah, it's crazy to say the number one brokerage in sales volume just inquired the number 8 brokerage in sales volume. Like those are two big companies. And for you
Right.
to probably be right on the numbers with, well, it's one company that's losing money and another one that's losing money, and now they're just going to do it together.
I think, they're probably assuming that they can do like the economies at scale thing where if they're, it's like what I've said to some of our business partners. I'm like, hey, we're all kind of doing the same things. Why don't we just combine forces and save money?
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
it's honestly probably that. It's a way to take market share. It's a way for, Christie's International Real Estate, who honestly I've never even heard of before. So the fact that they're number 8, it doesn't really mean anything. None of this stuff means anything.
Yeah.
Um, it's how will it affect us? How will it affect the Twin Cities market? I don't think it will at all.
I agree.
I think it's just some things happening, and slowly but surely. One of our business partners, Tina Call, said this on Facebook last week when she saw this, because she's more in that luxury price range. She
Yep.
said, you know, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what brokerage you're at. You don't need to be at a certain brokerage to sell luxury. You don't need to be at a certain brokerage to sell commercial. None of that stuff really matters. You will be successful because of you.
Hmm.
And like once more and more agents realize that stuff and that their brand doesn't need to be defined by their brokerage, once they realize that, sooner or later, there's going to end up being, probably 3 to 5 huge, massive brokerages that kind of take over the space. And you'll see a lot more mergers and acquisitions and
Yes.
closings of brokerages over the next 5 to 10 years as we all navigate through this new world of we definitely don't need brick and mortar as much as we
Yeah.
used to. We definitely don't need to rely on the brokerages technology as much as we used to because there's so many amazing options out there. I mean, shit, the fact that Brady, like you and some of our team members oftentimes will be like, oh yeah, I just did this through Chat GPT or something. And
Almost every day.
I'm not even talking like a description. I'm talking like, I don't know. They'll be like oh, I saw the other day, one of our buddies, Josh Lenhart, or
Yep.
Brian Lenhart, his microwave broke, and he posted that he just fixed his microwave by asking ChatGPT for a step-by-step how to do it, and it told him how to do it, and he just walked right through it. And it's like,
Crazy.
with all of that at our disposal, like the the value proposition of all these giant brokerages is starts like going away. So,
Well, I used ChatGPT the other day because I was looking at my calendar. I wanted to make a change, and I said, my ChatGPT knows me in and out. And I said, make a productive day for me. And at 6 a.m. it was this, 7, this, 8, and it went down the whole day, hour by hour, saying exactly what a productive day would look like for me. And I was just like,
yeah.
dang, this is cool.
But what's your take on this one?
Well, my take is this sentence right here is one that I was actually kind of blown away by, right? It's a recruiting opportunity, a chance to bring dissatisfied agents onto your teams or into a professional network in a new way.
Hmm. Yeah, because whenever there's a
True.
change, there's going to be people that don't like it. They're going to be like,
Exactly.
the people at Christie's properties or whatever the heck that company is called, which I don't think they're in Minnesota. Is that, I don't know.
I don't think they are either. I think they're more of like an international
Yeah,
brand.
yeah.
Um, and I'm not even sure exactly where they are.
Like
Um,
I don't mean any disrespect if they are. I just literally, I don't run in that circle of luxury,
yep.
So, but like, I'm sure there's people at Christie's International that are like, I don't want to be Compass.
Yeah. No, exactly.
And not a shot at Compass. I think Compass has a fantastic brand,
Hmm.
with amazing agents. Shout out to Sarah Polovitz. She's awesome. I love her to
Yeah.
death.
Yeah.
But there's just gonna be people anytime there's a merger that they're not gonna want to continue to be there. Just like Edina Realty in Minnesota absorbed Berkshire Hathaway recently, which is weird because like they're the same company.
Yeah, that was weird.
Like I don't really get how I don't know the whole ins and outs of that, but Berkshire Hathaway is no more in Minnesota. It's just Edina Realty.
Yep.
And I'm sure there were some agents that were like, I don't want to do this. I left a big brokerage to go to a small one. So yeah, there's definitely some recruiting opportunity out of that as well.
And I think just to kind of double down on what you said, more companies are going to merge because of the sentence right here, right? They have the same kind of ideas and the same way they run their business. And why not just come together and save money instead of fight on your own?
Yeah. Um, I just think we were coming out of on record, it's the two worst real estate years for numbers of transactions in the last like 40 years, I think it was. So, dude, there's just, I mean, companies were acquired prior to this that they had these big plans during COVID, no one could lose during COVID in real
Yeah.
estate. Nobody lost except buyers that didn't buy a house. Those are the only ones that lost. Everyone else won big time when it came to real estate, and so it covered up some flaws probably. And now that we've gone through, I call it 3 years of a terrible market, but for sure two. I'm sure it's just people like I just can't hang on anymore. It's just like let's just merge and like let's solve some stuff. So, I'm happy for them. I don't think it necessarily affects our market whatsoever. And it's the first of many down the line, in my opinion. So, but yeah, that's all I got. Anything else you want to add, Brady?
That's all I got as well. I think this, it's a weird time of the year and staying on top of these top headlines are huge. So
Yeah, watch for the Costco door to be coming your way soon. No, but pay attention to those rates, people. Pay attention to those job reports. All those things matter. It can change. It can change the affordability of a home by hundreds of dollars overnight. So,
yeah,
anyways, for those of you that watched this today, thank you for your time, Brady. Thank you as always for your reactions, buddy.
that's
And
thank
we'll
you.
catch you next Monday on the next real estate reactions. But I hope everybody has a great week.
So yeah.